Okay, today we're going to be looking at Roy Lichtenstein and portraiture. We're going to close up here of one of Lichtenstein's graphic images of an eye, and boys who struggle can look at not doing the face but just the close-ups. And what I've done is I've squared this up, as you can see, using diagonals, verticals as we've been taught, the centre being here. Now what I want to do, instead of doing the Ben-Day dot system Lichtenstein employed, whereby he basically created dots through a metal mesh diagonally, if you struggle you can actually use a graph grid. I'm going to show you here. Basically you start at the top and basically just draw equal lines down here. You can actually measure them beforehand, 1, 2, 3, like so, and even superimpose graph paper on top. So it makes it easier for you. You don't have to be looking at creating a grid of diagonals, which is much more difficult. You can actually just do these lines here, pre-measured by myself, over the image, and we're going to go this way horizontally to create the Ben-Day dot system. Benjamin Day being a friend of Lichtenstein, who created pointless dots similar to these. The Ben-Day dot system is taken after his name, Benjamin Day. Now you can see we're just going to create them here, nice and strong, the lines. As I say, you can measure these out beforehand, put them down quite hard, and then we go the other way here. Again, these have been pre-measured, and it's quite a mathematical way of creating these images. Everybody's done a graph, of course, and so on. We go all the way through here, and what we're going to do is press down quite hard. These lines are just a scaffold, they can be rubbed out. We're just getting the grid, as you can see, pre-prepared so we can put the dots inside the graph where we need them to be. As you can see in the Lichtenstein image here, there are dots around the eye in red, and also dots inside, blue dots inside, so we can locate these. Quickly just finish off this pre-drawn grid. There we go. And what I'm going to do now is beam in, so you can see them a little bit more clearly, and by beaming in it will enable us to, here we go, just focus more generally on the image. There's a beam right in there. As you can see now, the grid is established, so you can say you can put numbers on them. And what I'm going to do now is look at the eye. It's just I'm done, and I could get a biro maybe, start drawing around parts of this image here. Biro will give you more clarity. You don't need to use biro, you can use it as a starting point. So I've done here, just go right around, get that outline established. This is what Lichtenstein did, he blocked in certain areas to start with before he put his grid on top of them. He was lucky enough to have a wire mesh with dots already printed out onto them, or cut out into them by machine, but we're going to imitate by using the graph. Okay, again around here, going down here like so. Lichtenstein at the moment's got a wonderful exhibition in London, which I've visited, which has inspired me to create copies of his work. Okay, so there's the outside line. Now what we're going to do is actually fill in with the felt. Be careful when you're using felt pens, they're not permanent, they're basically going to run a little bit, or if you put your hand on them here, they'll smudge, so be careful not to smudge. You can get away from doing that by using put some paper underneath your hand where the areas of felt are going to go, so it doesn't get on your palm of your hand, and then as you move over here, you're going to stain the image with felt pen. So here I'm going around the eye, blocking in, this is called, the areas of form. We've got our simplified grid being formed here, as you can see. We're going to use that in a minute. Just go around here, keeping within the lines. As I say, if you struggle, try to use a biro first, so you've got at least an outline to show where the form goes. Just quickly going to knock this in here, like so. You can see the image now beginning to form. And Lichtenstein himself would use, obviously for the Band-Aid dots, where he would put the dots, he would use masking tape to cover areas he didn't want the dots to go. Just do the top part of the eyebrow here, like so. And once this has been blocked in, as we've done so here, we can start to look at creating the dots. So say not diagonally, in this case we're going to be looking at a simple grid, and basically you see where the dots become on the image here. You can see the dots are going to take the form straight lines here for the boys who struggle. If your squares are not exactly right, you can always rub them out and get them better, because that will lead to the dots being different sizes, and we don't really want that. So also, in this case, primary colours have been used. Some primary colours, if you struggle, just keep to the side, say the red. Luckily in here we've got a little bit of blue as well. Boys who are stronger in a sense will use all three primaries. You could add a yellow somewhere in here, but for this purpose of the demo it's not necessary. And so on. You see here where you get half squares, you put half a dot in, like so there. And if you're really nervous about putting these dots down straight away, there's no reason why you couldn't use colour pencils lightly just to plot where the dots go, even though you've got the grid here. Because the colour pencil could be lightly put down, then you could rub them out once you've established everything. But I don't think that's really that necessary at this stage. Now, as you can see, for the remainder of the demo, I'm going to finish off the Band-Aid dots, and what I'm going to do then is rub them out, the actual grid, which will give us the effect that we did the actual Band-Aid dots with the machine. Little trick, because the grid won't show. What I'm going to do now is just go up to the eye. There are a few dots in the eye there, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is add those dots in here. There's a line. This gives a wonderful effect. As I say, I will continue with this and then rub out the grid to show the Lichtenstein eye constructed using a simpler form of Band-Aid dots by using a straight line graph rather than a graph which has got a diagonal twist. So the boys are using. just the actual Benday system comes through here, as you can see.